and there was a tall man.
Nothing. Nope. Nothing.
I say man because of what he was wearing.
Black, deep silhouette of a human.
He had a black brim. Hat and black trench coat.
Hello friends, and welcome back to Paranormal Rabbit. My name is Joe, and if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, great to see you. Today we have something special. Today I will be giving you the instructions on how to do the Hatman ritual. For those of you who don't believe this is, I've been told it's very, I can't even put it into words. There are warnings against this, because as with anything, you don't know what you're inviting in. But at the end of the video, I will give you the instructions on how to do it precisely. And from there, you're on your own. Do you believe in the Hatman? Do you believe in shadow people? Write your comment down below. I have a friend who is a physical medium, and she says that if you're seeing shadow people, it's not good. Like everything else, we going down a rabbit hole for this one too. Do you believe in shadow men? Have you ever seen a shadow man? Write a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. That way you'll know every time I put a video up. Subscribing is very important. Reason being is that it's going to get me to the point where I can help the community. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this channel. I would like to help the less fortunate in our community, maybe in your community as well. So yeah, subscribe. I wanted to tell you, the next video I put up from this one, it is going to be a real live ghost hunt in a home. Somebody has asked us to come and find out what's in their home. So my friend Anne, who is the physical medium, will be going over. I'll be going over to document everything, put it on tape. I think it's going to be very interesting. Remember to watch for that next video coming up, which will be probably in a week's time. So we'll say anytime after, the 8th or 9th of November. Remember, next one coming up. Don't forget, mark it on your calendars. I think it's going to be amazing. Maybe we don't know what we'll catch. We don't know what she'll produce. We don't know what's there or who's there. And this woman she's part of the reason why I believe what I believe. Okay? So you have my word on it. It will be exciting. And okay, are you ready to go down a rabbit hole? Okay? Well, okay, let's go. Are you ready to go down the rabbit hole? Okay, let's go. You see the writing on the wall. See it now, do you see it at all? Caught in a web of lies, tangled so tight. That's like a window here in the night. Look at your reflection.
hypnagogic realm, between dreams and reality, there's a shadow that many claim to have seen. A man who watches, sometimes at a distance and at other times up close. Some say he finds you in dreams and follows you.
The Hatman game is a ritual or a paranormal game that is said to summon the entity known as the Hatman. But first, have you ever felt the chilling presence of someone or something watching you from the shadows? What if I told you that nearly 40% of people who encounter these mysterious figures, known as shadow people, experience recurring visits that send shivers down their spines? Tonight, we're going to delve into the eerie world of the shadow people, exploring the terrifying encounters that haunt the victims and the unsettling questions that arise. Are these dark entities mere figments of our imagination, or could they be something far more sinister, lurking just beyond our perception? Tonight, we're going to learn how to do the Hatman ritual, or what's known as the Hatman game, which I will tell you about shortly, so stay tuned and keep watching. Tonight we're diving into the world of shadow people, mysterious figures that have haunted countless individuals across the globe. Here's a bone-chilling statistic to start things off. Nearly 40% of people who report seeing shadow people experience these encounters not once, but repeatedly, and sometimes for years. If you've ever had the feeling of being watched or something lurking just out of your sight, you might already know what I'm talking about. Are these shadow figures merely hallucinations, or is there something more sinister at play? Shadow people often are described as a dark, human-like figure that appears in the peripheral vision, only to vanish when you look at it directly. They're usually outlined by a deep black void, often darker than the surrounding darkness itself. Many believe the shadow people are spirits that are trapped between worlds, while other people claim they're entities feeding off the fear and human energy. In this video, we'll uncover some of the most chilling real-world accounts, delving into the fear and fascination that shadow people will bring, and then we'll be able to try it on our own. One particularly well-documented case occurred in the early 2000s, involving a woman named Sarah from the United States. She reported that over several months, she was visited by the Hatman almost every night, always appearing by the foot of her bed and watching her with an intense, unnerving, and unending stare. The figure would remain silent and motionless, but seemed to exude a terrifying, oppressive energy. Her encounters became so frequent that she began fearing sleep altogether. What set Sarah's case apart was the physical impact that these visits seemed to have on her. She began waking up with strange bruises and scratches, but she couldn't explain, and her health deteriorated rapidly as she struggled to get enough rest. At first, the doctors dismissed her symptoms as sleep paralysis combined with psychological stress. However, Sarah's friends and family started witnessing strange occurrences as well, flickering lights, mysterious footsteps, and objects moving on their own around her house. Her family even claimed to have seen shadowy figures in the hallway, although they weren't able to discern specific features like the hat. Nonetheless, her family became convinced something paranormal was happening, lending credibility to Sarah's otherwise isolated experiences. In desperation, Sarah reached out to a paranormal investigation group, which documented her encounters and even conducted several overnight investigations at her home. Their cameras picked up unexplained anomalies, dark, shadowy shapes and figures that would briefly appear and then disappear. Sarah's health and mental state worsened to the point where she felt trapped in her own home, constantly dreading another encounter. The paranormal team ultimately concluded that her case was one of the most disturbing they'd ever encountered, associating the Hatman's presence with an energy parasite that seemed to be feeding on Sarah's fear and distress. Eventually, with the aid of spiritual cleansing rituals and moving homes, Sarah reported a gradual reduction in encounters. Her case remains one of the most harrowing accounts of the Hatman phenomenon, leaving researchers puzzled about the true nature of this enigmatic, haunting figure. In a survey conducted on sleep paralysis, it was found that nearly 30% of sufferers reported seeing shadow figures, with the figure of the Hatman being one of the most common. Many attribute these experiences to the brain's response to paralysis, while others believe they're glimpses into the supernatural realm. And some people believe shadow people are connected to negative emotions or trauma, attracted to those experiencing periods of stress. One of the most shocking cases involves a woman named Marisol from Texas in the United States, who, after moving into a new home, began seeing dark silhouettes pacing her hallway at night. Each night, the figure would stop outside her door and linger, filling her with a profound sense of dread. After consulting with a paranormal investigator, she discovered that her home was built on land that had once held an old graveyard. Marisol's story is a haunting reminder of the way history, trauma, and a place can seemingly converge in terrifying ways. Shadow people sightings often share common threads as well: a profound sense of fear, helplessness, and often recurring experiences. Whether seen during sleep paralysis as dark figures in a home or on the edge of a lonely road, shadow people evoke some of our deepest fears. Are they figments of our imagination, a projection of our own stress and trauma, or something much darker waiting just beyond our line of sight? If you've ever had an experience with a shadow person or seen something like that, I'd love to hear your story in the comments below. If you're ready to attempt the Hatman game, make sure to follow each step carefully. Only do this if you're willing to confront whatever might come. This ritual is not for the faint of heart. First of all, let's gather the supplies. You'll need a mirror, a candle, a clock, or a watch to track your time. Choose a dark or dimly lit room and perform the ritual alone or with a few very trusted friends who understand the risks and know how to remain completely silent. Start by sitting in front of a mirror at midnight. This is the time when supposedly the veil between the two worlds is the thinnest. Light the candle and place it in front of you, with your face clearly reflected in the mirror. Now sit and close your eyes. Focus on your breathing. Inhale and exhale slowly, while picturing the Hatman in your mind. Imagine a tall, shadowy figure with a broad-brimmed hat. Keep this image clear and strong in your mind. Once you feel ready, speak aloud the phrase, "Hatman, I invite you in," or "Hatman, show yourself." Say it 3 times, each time in a low, steady voice, and remember to stay calm and focused. Now, open your eyes and stare into the mirror without breaking eye contact. As you watch your reflection, you may begin to notice shadows shifting, strange shapes, or even a figure standing behind you. Whatever happens, do not turn around. Staring directly at the figure if it appears may increase the risk of inviting the Hatman into your physical space. When you're ready to end the ritual, either blow out the candle or leave the room without looking back. If you feel unsettled afterward, consider burning sage or using a similar method of cleansing to protect yourself from any lingering effects. Remember, the Hatman is said to feed on fear, so stay composed and grounded even after you've ended the game. So, that's the ritual. I personally haven't tried it. Feel free to try it. I don't want the Hatman hanging around. put a comment down below if you have tried something like this, or if you've tried this. Let me know what happened. Don't forget, the next video going up is an on-site paranormal investigation, I guess. I'm going to be over there with Anne, who is a good friend of mine. She's a physical medium. She's going to see what's over there in this house. We've been invited by a family to go in. Next video coming up. Remember, like, subscribe, put a comment in. Let me know. And I guess we'll see you in the next video. Take care.